Another day, another educative. An educative a day keeps unemployment away. Let's go. Back at it again. Oh no, did I lose my streak? I hope not. Hold up. Hold up. No, I still got it. The kid still got it. So what I settled on was maybe I do one of these videos every day of the week, like every weekday, and I do some other like courses on the weekends. Before, without much further ado, let's go. An educative a day keeps unemployment away, and I'm gonna try and do this in one pass. Do these two problems in one pass. So let's go. I went over the steps for this in the last video. I think I answered everything here. So it's supposed to be 01122. Yeah. Yep. 00 only 11. Yeah, like that. And then this array is supposed to be 3 zeros, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. 3 zeros, the 3 zeros at both bases, but 4 ones here and then 1 at the end, so it has to be this one. And my phone should not be beeping. Do not beep, phone. I am engaged in warfare. That's a lot of messages. I'm not just Alright, what are we doing? 3 pointers. Red, white, blue. So American. If the color is white, let's make this up. I think it's supposed to be up, because otherwise it suggests like something came before it, right? So declare 3 pointers. It sounds like a first step to me. Blue is initialized to the array's last index. Okay. White and red. If color is white, we swap the values of white and red. Color index at the white pointer is 0. We swap it with the one index at the red 0. Increment both white and red by 1. Otherwise, it would be 2. So we swipe. Move this up here. Is 1. The number is already at the correct position, so no swapping is performed. Increment the white pointer by 1. Otherwise, 2. So this. Yeah, sure, I'm ready. I wish this dialog was higher up, but it's cool. So sort colors. There's no like library code here. It's just a bunch of codes. I can just pick a test case, use that to test. So I'm gonna pick this guy. But before I do that, let me. Oh, not you actually. Excalibur. Such a funky name, you know. So this was for the sum of actually remove end node from end of linked list. Yeah. Now this is sort colors. Yep. And for example, I have an array like this. Just copy it, paste it. Okay. Or probably one. No, that's a linked list example. What can I do with this array? Okay, I know what I can do. I can get like 2 spaces between as an example. Okay, so I have these numbers I want to sort basically, and I have a bunch of pointers, right? Red, white, and blue pointers. Okay. How do I select number 1? Number view. Okay. And then I CVV. Okay. I'm gonna make this guy red. Make this guy blue. and then this color will be white, right? So red, white, and blue. They say I start blue. The array, the algorithm says I start blue here. Red is gonna be here, right? And then white is supposed to, for example, with this array, it's supposed to be somewhere here. Okay. And what I want to do is walk through this recipe right here. If the color index white, so index white is 0, we swap the value of the white and the red. We also increment both by 1. Okay, so that's not the case, right? Because this is not 0, 2 is not 0, right? Otherwise, if it is 1, yeah, the number is already at the correct position at index white, so no swapping is performed, and we just increment the white pointer by 1. That is not the case either, because it is 2, not 1. Otherwise, color white will be 2, okay, which is true. So we swap the value with blue and decrement the blue pointer by 1. So I swap what's here, 2. Ooh, what I can do instead, 2. Really? Be black, my friend. 2. And let's see, V, a bunch of V's. Okay. Just so I can do the swapping. How many elements is this array? 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have one extra. Be gone. Okay. Let's see if I can put these in a straight line. They don't snap. There's no snapping in Excalibur. Yeah, I can make it close enough. Make these guys bigger. Actually, not that big. Let me try and see if I can line them up here. Line them up with this. Okay, close enough. Okay, why? Because I wanna. Ooh, Ctrl-Z, please. I need to detach this. Okay. So we have 2. And you got 1. Not you, man. Oh, there's a right-click menu. How about that? Ooh, what a thought. Look at that. Nice. Man, this calendar is so robust. I love it. Love to see it. And then we have 0. And then we have 0. Yay. I'm only doing this just so I can swap things out, you know. And now you, I see you. Don't be too clingy, okay? Gentlemen, just be on your own. Right? You can do this. You can stay on your own there, pointer. So does this represent what is here? For instance, this case 21100, okay? And now in this case, what they're telling me to do is, if it's 2, if what's indexed at 2 is, if color is indexed at white, remember this stands for white. I don't know, is there a way for me to make it white without make it dashed? Because why not? It's like quarter to white, right? It's dashed. And so we can do things. Okay? So if this is 2, swap white and blue. It's 2, so I'm gonna swipe white and blue. So I'm gonna swap these things right here. Look at these split, like so. Boom. Then I run through it again, right? Because I'm thinking, in the worst case, you would run through the loop with one of these pointers, like at least once, like O of n. And then they said decrement this, because now the blue pointer. Decrement it by 1. Boom, so it's here. So now this is at 0. If it's at 0, we swap the value of white and red. We also increment both the white and red by 1. So it's at 0. There's no swapping, just they're still at the same place, right? So we move this forward. Yay. So color white is the sentinel, right? Is the thing that is checking every other thing, it would seem. So if it's at 1, it's in the correct position. So there's no swapping, and we just increment the white pointer by 1. So white stands for 1, like index 1. So now this and the red have diverged for the first time. And now it's also at 1 again, so it diverges again. Boom, but now it's at 0. What do? Red is still at this position, right? Red never moved. So we very simply swap. Not you, man. I want to detach this thing. And then you see, looking good. So this is here. We don't have any problem here. And so we move it one more. It's the same case of 1, right? Where if it's 1, it's already in the right position. So no swapping because it said you move it by 1. Okay. And then when the white reaches the end of the list, you know the problem is solved. No more swapping involved. Alright, now to translate this to code. And as my custom is, I will be doing the code in TypeScript. And this is me being curious of how much time I have left. Because I'm 11 minutes in. I'd like to be done very shortly. Because my battery life is like not smiling. So let me copy this, bring it over here, remove nth node. Let me number these. 01. Yeah. 02. I think actually no, there was a 1 earlier. Actually, this is like more like number 2. And this is me selling my sawdust basically. Then this is like problem 3. If my memory serves me correctly. Yeah, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, now this is number 4. Sort colors. Okay, we are happy people. So colors is an array of numbers. Actually, I can get even more. Copilot has seen this before. And then let me see what it wants to suggest. It's wild how you can learn to code with. You can learn some things with Copilot. Let me see. I'm gonna prompt engineer this thing. Excuse me. TypeScript type that can only contain numbers between zeros, 0, 1, or 2. Array. Let's try again. Really, is it that simple? Actually, okay. 0, 1, 1, 2, is a valid array. For example, 0, 8, 2, 0 is invalid. Okay, let me see if that works. After all, I'm trying to be better at TypeScript in the process. So let me say const thing is of type colors array. Are you happy? Are you pleased with me? Yep, it didn't cry. Let me see. Ooh, it's like, nope, you can't do that. You can't do that, sire. Okay, so what if I change this red, white, blue? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Are you weeping? There is no weeping. There is no gnashing of teeth. Ah, nice. You get the sweet autocomplete. Oof, I love it. I love it. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Let me copy the test case, one of the inputs. Make my life easy. Thank you, Educative, for making my life easy. Test input. All right, replace the base with your code. Nice. So what am I gonna do first? I need to create those pointers. A red, white, and blue. So let red index, I'll call it, equals 0. Yes. Can I do this? Red index, white index. Can I do this? Are they both 0 now? Are they both 0? I'm kind of curious. I'll find out. And ooh, look at that. Look at that cheese. Look at that. Copilot cheese. Let me format this so it looks good. And oh wow. While the white index is less than the blue index. If the color in the white index is 0, then swap it out. Oh wow. If the white index, then you can increment the white index, increment the red index. Else if the white index is equal to 1, just move the white index. Else if the white index, blue index, or otherwise it's 2, so just swap the white and the blue and decrement the blue. That's the answer, actually. This is most probably the answer. How about that? Yeah, so I guess in a work environment I would have Copilot, so it doesn't actually make sense for me to not use Copilot. But seen this before. I mean, scanning through the whole of GitHub is probably, this stuff is probably there somewhere. And I can test this, or I can just drop it in here and see. I can test it here locally, but I might not even need a debugger because I can just use theirs, really. Ooh, some tests failed. Array is not parsable. Really not. I suspect it's this code, this red white index code. Let me see. Which one failed? This test case 1 failed. Even the fancy one I got here failed. 21100. Okay, so I'm gonna just do something real quick. Just put a bunch of breakpoints. I really like my debugger. Clear everything here. How do I do that? Yep. Alright, let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Woohoo. I was right. Undefined cannot be used as an index type. Line 17. Yes, so it's actually undefined. I don't know if there was a way to like batch these things. It would be nice, in my opinion, if there was. Let me see. Test it. Okay. Oh, that's how you do it. Interesting. I wonder if this will work. I'm using cursor browser. So let's do it again. Boom, we're done. Nice. How are we doing on time? 20 minutes. Eesh, 5 minutes over. Shoot. Let's go. 7 days. Look at me. Look at that. Look at that jazz. They are congratulating me. The naive approach, sort the array. Nah. And log n space capacity with the oven system space 2 pointers. I think because the white moves through the array a maximum of 1 time. So this is actually an O of n like time complexity algorithm. I'm fairly certain. Then there's an illustration they give, but I don't have much time, which is super nice. The code seems to be firmly in my head. Yep. They use this incrementing, decrementing syntax. Yep, O of n. I still remember what O of n is. That's nice. I'm happy. Reverse the words in a string. Okay. Now I'm doing 2 per day. Like, I got 5 days a week, so I'm supposed to do 10 a week. Nah, because I found out there were how many problems here again? Like 20 something problems, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20. Yes, 26 standard problems, where they're like, how many problems each? So we have, oh, the notes thing isn't working. There we go. I want a new one. How do I get a new one? Okay, you know what? Excalibur is going to be my node. So we have 26 standard sections with x problems each. Where x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 problems each. There's 6 standard sections, 6 problems each. It's 8, 17. I need to run. And then the final section has how many problems? I think they explain it in the intro, actually. Blah 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 blah. I think I missed where they explained the course structure. I think 26 patterns, 5 problems each. I guess I just have to count it myself. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. It's a level for me 40. And then 6 problems each. So I have 26 times 6 is equal to 120 plus 130 plus 36 is 156 problems. And then 40 problems and challenge yourself. So we have 196 problems in total, and then at 2 problems per day, actually per weekday, I need 2 problems per weekday. I got 10 problems per week. This reminds me of 9 sums per day. So in school we had X sums per day. I think in primary 4 you do 7 problems a day. No, like 6 problems a day. Primary 3 maybe 6 problems a day. 5, 4, 7 problems a day. Then when you're in primary 5 you start doing 8 or 9 problems a day. 9 sums a day they say. Like mathematics drills. So it's like my own version, self-imposed drills. So 10 solved problems per week. Oh, hold up, I'll be right back. Let me I'm gonna do this in one take, but I have to go protect my things from dying. All right, we're back. Kind of like we never left, but we actually did. So 10 solved problems per week. So I need 19.6 weeks to run through everything. And hope this is recording. Okay. And then how many months? 19.6 weeks. Oh shoot, I'm not pregnant, man. 4.5 months. 4.5 months from now is January next year. Okay, it's like a nice New Year's resolution, kind of, to finish everything off. So at my current pace, I'm scheduled to finish January next year. I kind of write that down. That's roughly 4.5 months. Of course, And I can do this again in like C++ just to freshen up my C++ skills or something, right? Again, and sell my sawdust because I don't use C++ every day. Yeah. That's approximately January what? No, January 25th next year. I'll be done by January next year, and I would have 10 solved problems per week, 2 weeks, 2 per day. It's 5 videos a day, so how many videos will they take me? So 196 problems will give me 98 videos. Right. So let's go. Can I do this in 16% battery? The next problem. Let's find out, shall we? So I need to reverse the words in a string. And I'm 30 minutes in. Hopefully I can do it in less than an hour. So given a sentence, reverse the order of its words without affecting the order of letters in the word. Ooh. This sounds super fancy. English uppercase, lower digits, spaces. The order of the letters is not to be reversed. Oh, okay, just the words. The order of letters in a given word. The image may contain leading or trailing spaces or multiple spaces between words. The return string, however, should only have a single space separating each word. Do not include any extra spaces. Oh. Okay. Okay. Welcome to Educated to welcome. 1, 2, 3, hooray. Hooray with 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, hooray. Alright, seems straightforward. What should be output of the quick wrap up from dog lazy A over dog lazy A over. Okay. Negative assets educative. Bytes for review coding your improve. Where's the words inside the sentence A in. So I did a short circuit evaluation. I don't bother trying to reverse the whole thing. I just know this first sequence of the first 3 that how it should come in, and call it a day. So we have a game for you to play. Blah 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 blah. The same difference. How do I look at this thing? Not bad. Started reading over the reverse string using 2 pointers, start and end. Initially set at index 0. Okay. Okay, this is a lot more complex. But this is a formula that they want me to do, and now they left me here. Implement it if I go to background. So I have two pointer array, 2 pointers in an array. Okay. Ooh, this one's fancy. It's like the hardest problem yet. What do I do now? What do I do now? Excalibur. Boy, this is gonna take me a while. I need to take a break. I'm gonna pause this, charge my laptop a bit, and come back. Maybe like a 5-minute break. Alright, we're back. Reverse the entire string. Started iterating over the reverse string using 2 pointers. Started and initially set at 0. While iteration over the string, when end points to a space, reverse the word pointed by start. Reverse the word, okay, pointed by start, and n minus 1, okay. Reverse 2 words. Once the word has been reversed, update the start and end to the start index of the next word. Okay. Repeat the process of the entire string is iterated and return the string. Okay. Alright. I think this is fairly straightforward. Let me draw something. Just practice drawing, I guess. We love JS. To be or not to be, you are amazing. Hey. Yes, to be or not to be, you are amazing. You are amazing, are you? Okay, so reverse words in a string. Okay. I wonder if I can do a Google find. No, I cannot, because this is a canvas. It's a disadvantage. You are amazing. This is the string. Can I do some kung fu? No. Ah, yes, I can. You're amazing. So the first thing I said I should do is to reverse the string. Right? So you're amazing becomes, flip it horizontally. Oh, it didn't work. Shift H. Shift H. Nope. That didn't work for some reason. That should have worked. Would have been nice. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I don't want to edit this video, so you have to just bear with me. What's this? Yeah, no, it worketh not. So anyway, it's supposed to reverse the string, right? So it's supposed to be amazing are you. Right. But the algorithm says reverse the entire string. So it's supposed to do it very roughly. Let me is there a web way? I guess not. This is the console right here. Let thing equals you are amazing, right? Okay, so thing dot. I think there's a reverse. Is there a reverse? How do you reverse a string? Replace nice trim value of. Oh, I guess there's no. No. Interesting. Yeah. Is it really? I want to use built-in functions, man. Split it into array. Arrays have reverse, strings don't. Ugh, how about that? So split. Okay. You are amazing. So another thing that reverse. Okay. Then another thing that join. Boom. This would have been so much easier if I could just flip it, you know? I don't know. Like Scalar had to do me like that. This is the entire string reversed. Okay. Then up next, start reverse the entire string. And I'll start iterating over the reverse string using 2 pointers. The start and end initially set at index 0, so I need 2 pointers. Actually, hold on. Oh shoot! Everything went away. Where's my history? Why did they take away? Why did they take everything away just because I closed it? I want to do a thing. Do it again. Then just for the sake of okay, it'd be alright. And then this says something about spaces too. Leading or trailing spaces are multiple. Johnson should they have a single space separating each word. Don't include any extra spaces. So leading or trailing spaces are multiple spaces between words. How do I clean that up? That's a great quote. Great. That's an actual thing. Anyway, maybe this will help me solve it. This word has been reversed. Update the story. Okay. the start. It's the end. We'll start at the top, at the beginning. And so I don't have much time left. If I can do this today, or I have to adjourn. Let's start it, and it should say 0 while iterating over strings and points to space. Okay, now I have to loop through the reverse string using 2 pointers. Okay. With end points to space. Reverse the word. Oh, okay. So let's say this is start. Right. I think that's what they're trying to say. This is end. So then I start iterating. Now when it hits this space, reverse everything up until that point, right? Then set afterwards. Okay, so it would look like something like you have this first, right? Then you reverse everything here. Then you move this here, this here, right? Then this goes all the way here. Then when I hit the space, because I hit a space here, right, I reverse everything here. Then I move this here, move this here, and so on, right? So it's moving like that till I get to you. That's basically what they're trying to tell me to do. And I use a space to know when I'm supposed to do the thing. The effective way of reversing a string is to use a 2-pointer array, actually, like to reverse the characters in a string is the 2-pointer solution. I think is better, which I wouldn't be surprised is also how they reverse the array, like under the hood with JavaScript, with the JavaScript method. So like because I assume that's why they're setting me up with 2 pointers in an array here, because it's like checking a palindrome. It's also like an easy way to reverse a string. So yeah. So it's like a nested 2-pointer thing in a sense, because first of all I have to use 2 pointers to reverse a string, then I have to use 2 pointers to flip them back, right? So I use 2 pointers to reverse this string from here, from this to this. I use a 2-pointer. Then from here to here, I use a 2-pointer again. So it's like a nested 2-pointer thing. But isn't their way like kind of convoluted? Because I can imagine just splitting this in an array delimited by spaces. reversing that array, right, with a 2-pointer solution, and just calling it a day, honestly. Yeah, because what stops me from, for instance, there's a reverse words in a string, right? This is done. I wonder at times why I cannot just because I don't even know what I need this 2-pointer thing for. You know, I don't need to export anything, honestly. It's a utility function. Take it all the way down. So I have a sentence. I can split the sentence. Exactly. Copilot's like, I want to have at it. Yo. Yeah. I wonder, because this is what I had in mind, right? Like, just use a 2-pointer approach, split it. But then the only thing is the spacing, right? The only edge case that this doesn't handle is the spacing, really. Because yeah, that's the only edge case it's not gonna handle, really, from what I see, honestly. That's the only edge case, is spacings. When there's spaces, yeah, exactly. This is gonna work. Like, to be or not to be, it's gonna work, right? It worked 2 out of 3 cases. We love JS, didn't work because there's a trailing space, right? I output JS we love, but there's a trailing space. And then this one didn't work because I didn't fix the space between, right? This one didn't work because I didn't fix the space here. So I feel like this is a lot simpler than you're making it out to be. Than your solution, than the solution you describe here. And in practice, while I may not have the most efficient solution at work, for instance, if this came up at work, this would be more than enough for the most part. Because like trying to make an algorithm like super efficient the first time is like, do you have the time to do that, right? In reality, like a work setting, if it doesn't come up immediately, it can be a premature optimization, right? Because you don't know if you end up throwing the code like in the next cycle or the next sprint, right? After like a couple of meetings, so end up throwing it away. So, yeah. The steps seem very convoluted to me. Like, until the entire string is iterated and return the string. So is there a way for me to improve this algorithm by removing these spaces? Well, yes. I can have a 3rd pointer, actually. So not just left and right, but something that checks if the word is a space, and if it's a space, just move the pointer. If the last index was a space, move the pointer. Yeah, don't track spaces, basically. Don't track spaces at all. So while left is less than right. Oh, someone's knocking. Hold on. All right, so I feel like I can solve these issues very simply by just checking. So if exactly Copilot gets it. Copilot gets it. Copilot gets it. So if you see a space, no, if it's equal to a space here, or if this is equal to a space either, just move, honestly. Yeah, skip it. And then only if it's not a space should you reverse the order. And then at the end of the day, join it. Like, period. Like, honestly, like, because I'm like, it shouldn't be, at least their recipe seems very convoluted in my opinion. Does it work? Oh, it still didn't work. Oh, why didn't it work? Ugh, this is where I do the thing. Yeah, it's time for me to do the thing. Do the thing, my own. Do the thing. Alright, so I need to run it in a debugger so I understand what's happening in the code. I'm gonna clear everything here. Oh shoot. I didn't want to clear everything here. Yep, and run. Oh, there's an error. Oh, I'm not even running it. Let me try and run it. Real.js, basically. I don't even need to see the response. So yeah, just do that real quick. I don't need this, man. Maybe you're about. I don't need you, man. Save it, run it. Don't die. All right. Reload.js. Oh. Interesting. Right. Interesting. Okay. We love JS, and then there's a space at the end. Okay, so index at left is not, it's not equal to 0, so that's not gonna happen. Right. Although this is equal to a space, so interesting. Interesting. It didn't catch that. Is it because? Whoa, what? When you split it by space, the last thing is an empty string. It's not a space. Copilot was right. How about that? Well, that is funny. You get an empty string. How about that? Okay, run it again. So it's supposed to step in exactly. Now it's no longer, so it's gonna come here and reverse. Join it. So yeah, it's the split operation doesn't do that. It needs this. That's all. And honestly, it should work. That should be it. It didn't work. What is this ending? Oh, it put a space. Oh, because it's doing it in place. Interesting, it's doing it in place. It's not creating a new array. Well, the challenge didn't ask me to create a new array. What do I do? Because if I run a filter, the filter is gonna cost me, right? Because that means I run through everything at least once. So my time complexity would be like an integer multiple of n, right? Probably 2n, like big O of like 2n, which is the same thing as big O of n, actually. Now I can do it in big O of 2n. Maybe their solution is actually O of n from the get-go, but I can do this in big O of 2n if I can just filter the array once. I run through the array just once. That's not bad. Asymptotically, they're the same, even though realistically, when it comes down in practice, they are like different, I guess. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do you do, Mayo? How do you make this work? Is this last one? I don't need it, Mayo. Can you split by? The space becomes just an empty array. Let me test this theory. Let me make it 2 spaces here. Right? Does that lead to 2 arrays? In the split? Yes, it does. That's a problem. Why? Does join take arguments? Let me see. I already did join. Do you take arguments? Skip it. Why are you not letting me do that? Skip some things. Because the join is an O of, probably at least an O of 1 operation, and I can just do a check that wouldn't increase the time complexity. Or I can have worse space complexity, honestly. Yeah. I know they won't be happy with me, but you'll be alright, honestly. Yeah, because when I do this, let's say I have like an empty string and I want to check the length, 0, right? So if the word then is 0, then join it. That's all. C'est la vie, honestly. That should do it, honestly. Let's filter it. Run your course. Yes, it's not as efficient, but it solves it, honestly. And anything else, in my opinion, is a nitpick. Yeah. Honestly, this is in a real setting. This for human. I'm writing for a human being. So this is better, in my opinion, than whatever it is they're going to come up with in their solution, right? It's like similar time complexity, right? Because O of 2n breaks down to O of n. So it's not worth that optimization right now. I mean, except I'm doing like high frequency trading or something. So yeah, submit that. You'll be alright. You'll be fine, honestly. Let me see. I'm just curious what they want. Yeah, so they have such a convoluted thing to do, all in the name of like squeezing one extra bit of performance, you know? Yeah. Then go. Oh boy. Yeah. But how do you get rid of the space though? Honestly, I'm curious how to get rid of the space. Oh god, this terrible thing. Well, I mean, they do this, right? So they're already looping through it once to reverse it, which I also did, right? I split. To split it, I looped through it once. Anyway, reversed it. So they created a function that does the reversing, character by character. And then start and end. Oh, interesting. Does this solution work? I suspected these guys. Okay, I'm actually curious how this handles, because it doesn't seem to me to handle the spaces. It doesn't seem like it handles spaces. I guess it does. Oh, look at that. They do that. Ugh. They do that. They do that. That's it. Why didn't I see the line here? Oh, okay. It's here. Yeah, so, like, what is this such a convoluted solution? Like, bruh. This is so convoluted. Like, they already do a trim and a replace, right? Like, any double space, replace it with a single space. Guys, why? Like, my solution is so much cleaner. Like, in my opinion, it's so much easier to think about. It's so much easier to think about. Just filter. Like, bruh. For real. Well, to each their own, I guess. I'm not gonna do that. Because this regular expression, then we have the same time complexity, right? So my algorithm, my opinion, my humble opinion, could be wrong, but my humble opinion is better than their algorithm. It's cleaner, it's easier to reason about than theirs. Like, why come down to the character level? Like, when you can just stay at the word level, right? Make no sense. Makes no sense. Yeah, it's exactly O of n plus n is O of n. Yeah. They'll be alright. Ooh, this is hard. Well, not for now, though. This is my next video. I think I could come to an end of this video. Peace to all. 2 in 1 day. We did it, guys. We did it. And we only like an hour and 10 minutes in. Peace.